Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Colourpop pressed eyeshadows. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts, seeing some swatches, and seeing what I got, then just keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so Colourpop recently came out with their pressed powders. Actually, they are pressed shadows. When I first heard about it on social media, I automatically thought that they were going to be face powders. They didn't say pressed shadows or anything like that. They just said pressed powders. So I was thinking face products, but when I actually saw the preview, I was like, oh, they're shadows. So these are their pressed shadows. These retail for $5 a piece, or you can also do the palettes. This is the low-key palette, and you guys can see it does have a sleeve with the 4 shades, and the palettes retail for $18. You do get 4, so in reality it's like this is supposed to be $20, but they are giving it to you for $18, which is a really good deal because you get the 4 shadows plus the actual palette to hold them in. Now, Colourpop did do something where when you spend, I believe if you get like if you get 4 shadows, you do get a free empty palette, which is this one right here. You guys can see it's completely empty and it's magnetic, so you can just go ahead and pop in the shadows. So I did order 8. And they only allowed me to add 1, which I was really disappointed about. So I did email them, never heard from them, and nothing. My order took 2 weeks to receive. I actually just received it on Saturday, and today is Sunday. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. Still have not heard back from them, so I don't know what happened, but I've never had a problem with Colourpop, so yeah. So let's go ahead and start opening the palettes and see what those look like. Alright guys, so this is the low-key palette. This is the sleeve for the actual palette, and on the back it does have each shade as well as ingredients and all that stuff. So when you actually pull the sleeve out, you guys can see the palette is exactly the same as the empty palette. It's just that this one is already pre-made. It has all 4 shades. So when you open it, there is no mirror, and you guys can see these are the shades that you get in the low-key palette, which is more of like a warm palette. So you guys can see this one's more of a shimmer, and then the rest are all mattes. So yeah, they're so pretty. I know these palettes did sell out and they were restocking. I believe they actually did do a restock, but people were thinking that these shades in the actual palettes are limited edition, and actually that's not true. You can actually purchase them in singles. So if there's actually a shade in here that you like, let's say you only like these 2 shades, you can actually purchase them separately and you don't have to worry about the actual palette itself. But in reality, it's a really good deal because you only pay $18. So let's go ahead and start swatching these shades. Alrighty guys, so here are the swatches for this palette. The top one, which is this one right here, it's the gold shimmery one. That one is called Take It Slow. The orange one is IOU. The yellow mustard color is Running Late, and then the burgundy brick red shade is called Crisscross. And these shades are so pretty. I'm really gonna love this one, especially on the inner corner. So yeah, let's check out the high maintenance palette. Alrighty guys, so for the high maintenance, you guys can see it is completely different from the low key. Of course, they are just the sleeves. So the low key had like the light pink, and then the high maintenance has more of like a aqua teal type of color. So when you slide it out, you guys can see the palette is just like the empty palette as well as the low key. And these are the shades in the high maintenance. And this is actually the palette that I used on my eyes today, which I really did love. They actually blend really, really good. So let's go ahead and do some swatches. Alrighty, so here are the swatches for the high maintenance palette. You guys can see right there. The first one is called Just in Time, which is this gold champagne-y color, and I actually use this one on my brow bone and on the inner corner. The next one is called High String, which is this pink metallic shade, and I used it all over my lid. The next one is called Get Out, which is this raspberry shade, and I kind of used it in the crease. And then the last one is called Cute Alert, which is this one right here, and this one I kind of used on the corner just to kind of give my eye more of a dimension. So yeah, these are the shades, and they are so pretty. Like, look at these 2 shades up here. They're so gorgeous. Really, really pretty, guys. So again, this is the high maintenance palette. Alrighty, so on to the pressed shadows. This is this is actually the packaging that they come in, and it actually matches the empty palette. You guys can see it has like a theme with the stars. So yeah, when you open it, it actually comes in a little plastic, which I really do like, so that way the actual pan doesn't get ruined, or in case if it gets like thrown around in the box. So yeah. Now these shadows are 1.0 grams, and I actually have my Makeup Geek palette right here, which you guys can see. And when I put it next to them, they look pretty similar, maybe just a smidge smaller. So for the Makeup Geek ones, these are 1.8 grams. So these are just a little bit smaller than the actual Makeup Geek pans. So let's go ahead, and I actually have an empty Okurrr Z palettes. I'm going to go ahead and pop them all in here so it'll be easier for you guys to see what colors I got. So here are the 8 single pans that I did get. These are not the ones that are in the little palettes. These are the single ones. So these retail for $5. And yeah, there are 3 shimmers and the rest of them are mattes. So let me go ahead and swatch them on my arm. Oh no. Let me swatch them on my arm so you guys can see what they look like. Alrighty, so here are all of these swatches. You guys can see the first 3 are more of a metallic finish. So this first one is called Goody Two Shoes. It's more of like a silver hematite type of gray tone color. The next one is called Backseat, and this one's more of like a teal shade. Now these next 2 shades are not vegan. The rest of the shades are all vegan, and these were actually they weren't planning on putting these on the site. They were going to wait for a later date, but they actually released them because they did release these with the PR packaging. So this one is called Come and Get It, and it's more of like a metallic pink shade. This next one is called Stay Golden, and it's more of like a brick red type of shade. The next one is called Silver Lining, and it's more of a lavender matte shade. This next yellow mustardy shade is called Paper Tiger. This orangey shade is called Note to Self. And then this last blue shade is called Piece of Cake, which I think is a really pretty shade. I think it'll look really nice on the waterline just to kind of pop that extra pop of color in the eyes. So these are the single pan shadows that I have. Alrighty guys, so these are all of the shadows that I got. Now these are completely different than the ones that come in the little containers. These are these super shock shadows. These require to be closed and sealed tight because they do dry out, and like these, since these are pressed, they're not going to be doing that. So I have been playing around with these and I really do like them. They actually blend really good. I highly recommend them if you guys have not checked them out. So yeah, make sure you guys check them out. I'll put the link down below in case you guys are interested in purchasing some. So yeah, just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.